Alright, we are ready to move on to some wiring. Okay, first thing I'm going to do here, so I'm going to kind of measure up a bit of this yellow wire. This is 30 gauge, and it's just tiny stuff that I like to use for everything. So, see if we can find out. There's our little holes right there we did for the red LEDs. So, on the top, doesn't make any difference which way it is. All we gotta do is remember where those two holes are. Let's see if I can poke through that. Which I can. Make a little. Alright, let's get this thing. Alright, here we go. Poke through from the back side. That way I know where on the top I'm going with it. I'm just going to put that in there and mark it. And I'm not checking direction on this LED yet. I'll do that in a bit. Just get it in place. So that will be my cool little red lights I'm going to have on the top. Which, look, the only purpose they serve is to make this thing cool looking. Okay. Now the question is, I don't even know if that was the red light. I'll take another one, which I suspect is our red light. But we're going to check them on our little loop that we have before we install them. Let's just get some holes in place. There we go. Got the other one. And now we can get that in there. It will just serve to mark our locations. There we go. Alright, so I got an LED on each side anyways. Now, my plan is the wiring for this building will be, essentially it's going to come from the outside and go in the side. And then when I actually wire this to the layout, I will just put a little plastic channel over the top of that outside wiring to make it look like it's some kind of conduit that comes into the building. That's how we're going to disguise that. And since I want to take this to my NMRA club to show for our show and tell thing, I want to be able to set it on the tabletop without sitting on top of a bunch of wires coming out of the bottom. And that will take care of that problem. All right, so I got this thing this way. Wires are coming in over here. Coming in this side, going up the side, across to LED number 1, the red one. Okay. So they're going to come in this way. They're going to go over here. Then they're going to run from here over up to about here in the middle. Then they're going to go again across this side down to here in the middle. They're going to go again down here, across and up. Then they're going to go again. They're going to go across to the LED in this corner, and at that point I'm going to switch to the other wire that's kind of like my return wire. So let's see if we got enough here. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of this wire, but there's going to be some left over, which I'll just throw into the extra wire box. Alright, so that is about, that's about what I need there. And then I'm just going to take this, about this long. Where's my cutter? Go ahead and snip that up. Alright, there's the yellow wire. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let's get the bridge rectifier set up. Alright, where's our test ring here? Okay, on the test ring it shows, if you can see, if we focus on this, we can get it. No, maybe not. Anyways, how about this? I'll draw you a picture. Okay, so rectifier is a circle, and it has 4 wires coming out. On it, it says plus, minus, and then there are 2 little connectors. Okay, see if you can see that diagram. That's how it works. Okay, now the plus leads to the resistor, and the resistor has a gold stripe on one end of it. The gold stripe, maybe you see better on this one. Alright, the gold stripe goes away from the plus side. So I've got lots of wire here, and I'm going to shorten this thing up because I don't need all that wire, and I don't want all that extra hard wiring. This thing is stiff and it bends really easy, so that you can get it in the place you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off at the plus, little piece, and now I've got something like that. Then I'm going to take the resistor, do the same thing on the side opposite of the gold stripe, and take a little bit off that. Alright, now let's go ahead and take this. I'm going to stick the end of it into the flux. Don't really need all that much flux on there. I'm going to take my resistor. I'm going to put some flux on that little short piece that I've got. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tin them. Okay, tin them means I'm going to get some solder onto them before I connect them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and with my little pencil here, just touch it. Alright, that one's tinned. And now, where did my resistor go? Let's see here. Well, I had it in my hand. And I set it down, and it's probably right in front of me, and I can't see it. That's a problem with using these tiny ones. Alright, hold on while I find it. Alright, so I didn't find it, so I just got another one. Anyways, I got it ready. I'm going to go ahead and tin it. Remember, gold stripe goes away. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to connect the two. They are soldered and ready, tinned and ready. And there it is. There is my little rectifier with the resistor on it. Now, the gold stripe goes to the yellow wire and heads around in a loop. Just like that. So the first section goes to the red LED. And what I want is, let's get the whole building. Alright. So we got our building. Okay, so now I'm going to drill a hole here. Whoops, I'm going to drill a hole here. And the wires will come up probably from under the layout, and I'll put a little piece of plastic channel over it. Come up, they'll go inside, and on the inside right there will be the rectifier setup, which I will use the hot glue, and then we'll glue that in place. Alright, so what are we going to do for holes there? Well, let's just do one. Let's do one hole. See what we got here. Those wires are nice and small. I'm thinking 7/64 will do the trick. So let's get ourselves a 7/64 hole drilled right down here on the bottom, close to the bottom. All right, here we go with the hole. First, I'm going to take my little marker, or my little pointed X-Acto, and I'm going to mark it. You should be using a scribe. I have one, but I'm going to just use this right now. So I want the wires to come in right about here. Make a little dot with my pointer there. And I'm just going to use a screwdriver. And it's hopefully this works just fine. Okay. Looking good. There it is. Alright. There's our wiring hole. And then later, we just go ahead, cover that with some. We'll just make some detail to cover it when we need to. That's all we got to do for that one.